Nancy and I are out here inspecting the blooms on this cholla. We have several other cholla cactus on the property, all in bloom. And the bees are in there working the blossom. I don't know if you can see that little guy in there or not, but he's working it. There's another one buzzing around. This is the remnants of a bird nest from last year. And that thing wound up looking like a Muppet character. I'll insert a picture right here. This is Nancy's mimosa tree. It was just a stick when we stuck it in the ground 2 or 3 years ago. George, the shade tree fix-it man, if you're watching, you know all about these guys here. Really a beautiful tree. This is called a purple robe. I planted it at the same time as the mimosa. Again, it was also a stick when I put it in the ground. It puts out gorgeous, deep wine-colored blossoms in the early spring. If those of you from the Pacific Northwest, yeah, you know about foxglove. The blooms that this tree puts out are shaped just like a foxglove, only they're a deep wine-colored. This is a cousin of the honey locust tree, a distant cousin, not as invasive as honey locust. And it is a drought-resistant tree. That's why we planted it, because we're in the desert, and so it doesn't need watering, but it'll provide shade, which is what we want over our cactus garden. There's the boss. She's propagating prickly pear cactus. I'll show you that in a minute. This is how the purple robe spreads. That's a shoot coming off the rootstock, so we will clip that and start another tree. Yeah, right here. Nancy propagated this prickly pear 2 or 3 years ago from a roadside find. She literally just takes a cutting, and the way you propagate these is you just lay them on the ground until they somewhat calcify.
Although this one, I'm gonna, because it all has all those roots, I'm gonna bury this part.
Okay.
And have those.
So we'll have more prickly pear, and they put out a really beautiful blossom, as you just saw. This is Bird of Paradise here, and it's grown probably 1.5 feet from a month ago, and it's putting out gorgeous blossoms, and it's already got seed pods on it. Here it is, the 1st of June. This is a chocolate mimosa tree. We planted this last year, and it is just getting ready to start blooming. And it should, here another year or two, look very much like that, only a different color. So, but anyway, let's talk about the Screenhouse project. Well, now we know what's been eating the beans. We got a gambrel quail stuck in there. All right, settle down. We'll get you out of there. And we'll have you for dinner, one or the other. Hold on, folks. There. Beat it. Now you know why we're building this this screen house. These little rascals just play play havoc with the garden. You can see Nancy's looks like third world country here with all this mishmash of wire screen and netting, and garden's coming along, but you know, the birds like to eat it. I've also got a small cottontail rabbit sneaking around here too. Anyway, let's take a look at what's going on here. I haven't gotten a whole lot of work done out here in the last few days. My youngest son and his family were here for a few days. You probably saw the video of kids and tractors featuring two of our granddaughters. I've got the first upright ready to go. Got my makeshift brace there against the garage. Got it leveled. Set in the ground 24 inches. Probably can't see. I've got a number of holes, large holes drilled in this upright. So as I pour the cement, it'll make its way inside the pipe as well as around the pipe to anchor it well. So I'll be pouring concrete here in the next couple of days. Then I'll move the water tank, the rainwater collection tank, over here and get that in place. And I was out looking at gutter and brackets for right here. I think I'm going to end up making my own brackets to account for the fact that when they built the garage here, they didn't cut the ends of the trusses to make the fascia plate there, or fascia board, straight up and down. So it's at an angle, and I have to make brackets to make up for that angle, so the rain gutters will sit the way they're supposed to. Obviously, I've got to do some cleaning up out here before I get to the concrete. That pile of dirt has to go. So I was going to bring the little tractor and cart and back it in here to take care of that. But got a bit of an issue. Yeah. Flat tire. If I remember to, I'll put a link in the description of my flat tires video that I made a number of months ago. It seems to be a never-ending thing around here. Pardon the mess. Time to clean the workbench again. This rim is in pretty rough shape. So before I get this new tire and tube mounted, I've got to do some work on that wheel. I've got to get in there and chisel out some rust and get that all wire wheeled and cleaned up, painted. Then I'll get that tire and tube mounted on there, get it on the trailer, and then I can get the trailer backed into the yard there, get that dirt shoveled out of there, and move some of the other stuff out of the way, and then I can start pouring concrete. Yeah, so what is it, about 9 a.m. Thursday? What are we? We're 90 degrees in here without the cooler. So if I fired the cooler off, that'll drop that about 10 degrees. So it's June now. This is our hottest month in where we live here in Cochise County, Arizona. So we're going to be mid to high 90s from here on out. We may cross triple digits a couple times, but then the monsoon rain starts in July and we cool off a little bit. Okay, well, there you go. You got to see some flora and fauna in the front yard. And got to see a little progress on the screen house. So after I get all that junk moved, then of course I got to hook onto this guy, get that moved into the backyard, and naturally it's got a flat tire. Never ends. So I think I'm going to cut this here. I was going to include pouring some cement in this video, but I've got tires to deal with first. So we'll just end this right here. I've noticed the last couple of days got some new subscribers, so I just wanted to say welcome aboard. Glad you're here. Thanks for joining us, and for my longtime subscribers, thanks for sticking around. Appreciate you hanging around. Most of you know that have been with me for a while know that I don't actively ask for subscriptions. I figure if people tune in and they like the content, they'll subscribe. You know, so many other channels, you're constantly getting barraged, asking to like and subscribe and get the ring the bell for notifications and all that. I'm not going to do that. I figure if you like the content, you'll subscribe and stick around. If you don't, you'll move on. Yeah, it's pretty easy and pretty simple. But for those of you that are here, thanks. Thanks for sticking around and watching what I do. So with that, I will end with a shot of the shed full of Gibsons and Graveleys and Contraption and the Green Bean and a chipper shredder and of course, scrap. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.